saw a driver with a promising career dominate off-road racing on his way to the top.
And I said, kiss your baby goodbye. Oh, no, it's alright. Heaven knows they wanna break you apart. Yeah. Kiss your baby goodbye. Oh, no, it's alright. You never know unless you give it a try. Oh, yeah.
Our champion swerves around it brilliantly. Now that's the skill that wins no matter what the engine, no matter what the track. He's this season's undisputed motorsports champion, coming out of nowhere to rise to the top.
Okay, guys, come on, get a move on. We're going on soon. Ah, Hiroyuki Carter.
Hey, call me Hiro.
Pleasure to meet you. I was beginning to think you and your driver weren't going to make it. I'm from Live, the camera company sponsoring this race, and I'll be heading up this event. Walk with me.
Look, thanks again. I'm really stoked about this. Thanks for giving us the shot.
Don't mention it. We're always on the lookout for new talent, and you and your friend fit the bill. And I don't have to tell you this, but you do right by yourselves in this race, and you'll see a lot of doors opening up for you.
Gotcha. We won't disappoint you.
Disappoint me? That's not what this is about. It's your chance to impress people who matter. The events my company organizes are a feeder for every racing family out there. You do want to race, yes?
Oh yeah, this is such a big deal for us. We've tried broadcasting our races, but no dice. I guess nobody wants to see nobodies.
Trust me. Just show the world what you've got with this one. You'll get followers like that. Run a good race, and you'll find your options and your followers increasing.
We'll give it our best.
Hero, my friend. I don't want your best. I want legendary badassdom. Anyway, I've got to go. Something about putting on a race. Best of luck.
Okay, thanks. You're good to go, buddy. Break a leg. Hell, break anything you have to. Just drive like I know you can, and we'll be in the big leagues in no time.
Welcome to the city that never sleeps. In this event, you'll see New York taken over by racers in a way you never could have imagined. It's not just a city. It's a playground for the best pilots and drivers of today and tomorrow. We kick it up a notch for the grand finale. From the heart of New York City, this was the Live Extreme Series, Episode 1. Thank you for watching, and remember to follow us on all social media.
Cool, it is official, my friend. We have made the big time. We're still gonna have to prove ourselves, but that's more than fine. You know, we've got the right stuff. There's so much to try. Boats, planes, all kinds of cars. It's like the world's biggest buffet menu, and we gotta take a bite out of everything. We're talking street racers, off-road, pro racing, freestyle. We could take a test run with any of them. Or if you ask me, do them all. Pick which one you want to try first and let's go. My friend, welcome to the Motor Nation.
Look what we have here. The name's Latrell. I'm sort of like the unofficial welcoming committee for the street racing family. We tune our rides, show them off, and race them. If that sounds like something you want in on, you gotta show me something. I'll loan you a car, but you gotta do the driving. If you win, you're one of us. Just remember, the car's a loaner. Don't scratch it. That was some fine racing, which means you punched your ticket to the spot, the place where the street racing community hangs. I'm part of the crew here that's looking to take what we do legit. Feel the same way? Maybe we can help each other out. This guy, on the other hand, wants to keep it on the streets. His name's Edgar Marquez, but you best call him Tio. He's the champion racer around here, the king of the quarter mile. You want to take a shot at him, it's going to take everything you got. And maybe a few things I can teach you. You got talent, but I can give you skills. You see those cars? One of them's yours. Reward for winning that trial. It'll be a little tougher to earn the rest, though. You gotta buy those. Win enough races, get enough cred, and you'll get to play with all sorts of toys. Drifting, drag racing, you get the idea. You gotta run, and you gotta win. Now, pick your ride. Get behind the wheel, and let's see what you got.
Look at the hot-shot rookie. Thinks they can just roll in and walk away with it.
You race for pinks? They're gonna be walking, all right.
Now, this is what it's all about for some folks. Rides, people, party. Easy to see why going legit doesn't appeal. Gonna take some time to get more people to see it my way. Time I've got. Just look at those cars. There's some mighty fine rides lining up out there. But you know who I'm thinking our friends should be watching out for? That plain-looking one right there.
Huh? It doesn't look like much.
It doesn't have to if it's got the right kind of monster under the hood. And if you're not careful, that monster's gonna eat you up. Whoa! That looks bad even from here. We need to help. Oh man, careful moving them. There might be internal injuries. You made it. That's some fine driving for a good cause right there.
We've got an MVA victim here. Get a line on his ABCs.
Get that stretcher over here. Let's get him inside. Don't worry. He's in good hands now.
What we've got here today is a race for charity. Had to call in a lot of favors to make it happen, but it had to happen. A whole lot of people from the mayor on down don't trust us. Time to show everyone we're more than just outlaws. Get ourselves some good buzz for a change. Can't hurt, you know what I'm saying? Oh, and the race? It's gonna take over the whole harbor, including cargo ships. Careful you don't drift yourself right overboard, because that can hurt. You wanna make a splash? There's better ways to do it.
Just so you know what you're getting into, this race isn't some quarter-mile drag deal. It's a long and tricky city-to-city race against some of the meanest drivers in the country. It doesn't count for the list, and it can get rough out there. The stakes are high, but so are the rewards. Winner takes home a Koenigsegg Regera. That's one hell of an expensive car. But the guy organizing the race can afford to put it up and is crazy enough to do it. Which makes me wonder, You normally hit the legal circuit. Why strut your stuff here in an outlaw race?
Here's the thing. You know Latrell Jordan, right? Nice guy, hangs out at the spot? No? Anyway, he's always been there for us. Big stuff like arranging races. Little stuff like showing me where I could get parts a little cheaper. We just want to give back to him like he's given to us. So we want to win this race, modify the car for him. I'm talking too much, sorry.
It's a crazy nice gesture. But that and $3 will get you a cup of coffee, and I'm not gonna make it easy on you. Win the race, and then we'll see.
We don't do things the easy way. We do them the right way. Okay, it's ready. Now, let's see if Latrell likes it.
Is that what I think it is?
Yep, and it's all yours.
Tell you what, why don't you and I see what this baby can do? Now, I'm a little out of practice, but don't think you can take it easy on me. Now, are you ready to race? Because I sure am.
You did it! You won!
Top of the list.
Wow, Teal's gotta be so mad. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Street racing's got history. It didn't start with us. Some say it began in the 20s with bootleggers. They needed to outrun revenuers, so they tricked out their cars in order to make a clean getaway. Those souped-up roadsters and stock cars, you can draw a line from them to the street machines you see today, and from those drivers to us. People think we're dangerous, that we're criminals because we run in the streets. Well, that ain't true. We're about more than that. We love what we do, and we want to take it to the next level, to go legit. Change isn't easy, but sometimes it's needed. The trick, getting everyone on board with that. It's about the future, see? Just a question of which one we're headed for. I tell you, there's nothing like what we do. Showing off what all those hours of work turned into, letting the world see that perfect paint, popping the hood to show off what you built part by part with your own hands. But then you slide behind that wheel. You hear that monster growl. You turn it loose on the quarter mile. You gotta live it to feel it. You gotta understand, the competition stays on the strip. Once the race is over, we're all on the same side, and we're all looking out for one another. One of us has a problem, people help out. Winners, losers, we're all in this together, and we know it. Just because we got each other's backs don't mean we don't try to outdo one another. We take pride in our rides, the way they look and the way they run. You see, it's not about breaking the law. I mean, sure, there's a thrill to running outside the lines, but what we're about is something else, something bigger. Now, a lot of us want to take this off the streets and go legit. Safer for everyone, and we can run that much harder, but not everyone wants to step away from our roots. They talk about what it takes to run out there, the high that comes from risking everything. They say the streets are where we came from, where we belong. It can be hard to argue with that. This is who we are. This is what we do. Showing off our rides, trying to make it pay, trying to keep it real. Walking the line between wanting to go legit or keep it on the streets. It's a hard call to make when the world's trying to make you choose. But either way, we're still about the racing. All of us, no matter what. In the end, it's the speed that matters.
Welcome to the Gulf Coast, where we're getting ready for the second stop on the Live Extreme Tour. Last time we hit the city streets. This time, we're also going to go wild. Thanks for watching the second race of the Live Extreme Series. Don't forget to follow us on social media. From New Orleans, thank you, and we'll see you next time.
Hey there. I'm Wade Parker. Maybe you've heard of me. And this is my show. I'm looking for someone interested in racing off the beaten track. And I'll loan you a ride to see if you've got it. What is it? Take the keys, my friend, and we'll find out. If you win, you keep the car and get a shot at running some real races. You lose, I take my ride back and it's so long. But you're not gonna lose, are you? Huh, I didn't think so. Well, look who it is. You've made your bones. Now you belong here. So welcome to this little slice of off-road paradise. You'll find everyone here. Mudders, mountain climbers, and winners. And I'm betting that last one's what you're gonna be. That fool's Tucker Morgan, though everyone calls him Tuck. He thinks he's #1 around here, but we're gonna show that tree hugger just how wrong he is. He likes to ride out and explore. Lots of folks around here do, which is their mistake. They ought to be focusing on racing instead. But their loss is our gain. Yours and mine. And like I said, you can go to the shop and pick up the car that's waiting for you there. Call it an investment in your future. The rest of them there, those you'll have to earn. Listen up. I got a race you need to be a part of. You want eyeballs on you? This is the one. This event is so unique, it turned into a major happening. All the top riders will be there. Just one you gotta watch out for, though. Tucker Morgan. He don't say much. His driving speaks for him. So, you get on that bike, and you beat him. You hear me?
This just in. British-based oil company American Petrol has announced that the TV rights for their annual race have finally been sold after an intense bidding war. Every year, as you know, the fan-favorite race features a different course. This year, we're here in beautiful Utah, where the race organizers promise a special surprise.
See that? This is one race you're going to be sitting out. It's my time to shine, which means you get to watch as I show you how it's done. That might not be fair, but life isn't always about fair. Sometimes you just have to wait your turn. Thanks for understanding. I knew you would.
It's my time to shine. Yeah. Who does this guy think he is, telling us we can't race? You know, that's an excellent question. I say we race anyway. Right? What's he gonna do, ground us?
I've got to tell you, hero, I'm not liking what I'm seeing. The relationship between me and your driver is, shall we say, a little rocky.
Whose fault is that? The way I see it, you've been putting yourself first this whole time. If we are where you say we are, it's on you.
Fault isn't the question here. What to do is.
Normally, a driver gives me trouble, I just let him go. But your friend's a little too popular for that. So here's the plan. One race, one-on-one, for the whole shooting match. And if I lose, I'll leave. If I win...
You know what? You're on.
What the hell just happened?
There was a deal, Wade. You lose, you vamoose. Time to hold up your end of the bargain.
No way. Not happening. And what deal? Anyone hear anything about a deal?
I heard you. Kind of a lot of us did.
Shut up, you. You didn't hear nothing.
Don't try and skip out on it, Wade. All these folks heard you agree to it. Now, are you gonna do the honorable thing?
You know what? You're right. I'm gone. But don't think you've heard the last of me. There's still plenty of road out there. I've got to tell you.
Well, that just leaves one piece of business. You beat Wade and got enough points. But you got him beating Wade. You really want to be champion here? You have to go through me.
Come on, Tuck, we've got nothing against you.
And I've got nothing against you. But someone's got to be the champion. So, we do one more race head-to-head to see who really owns the off-road. Whenever you're ready, of course. Congratulations. I gotta hand it to you, you're the champion. Plus, you got rid of Wade, a pretty full day if you ask me. So what's next? There's gonna be an awful lot of drivers looking for guidance now. Who's gonna give it to them?
Well, nobody asked me, but I can think of one good candidate right off the bat. Tuck.
Who? Me? I'm not sure I'm right for the job.
Why not? You know these folks and you know the terrain. Who'd be better?
I don't know. I guess. Hell, I'll give it my best shot, at least until someone better comes along. And don't worry, you'll still see me out there.
We wouldn't have it any other way.
Everyone's got a moment where they realize why they're racing. And for me, it was the day my bike went one way and I went the other, and I broke 2 ribs. I picked my bike up, climbed back on, and kept running. Won that race, too. Wouldn't let myself lose no matter what. The details, just the things you tell stories about later. Winning matters, but you know what else does? Owning the track. Deep woods, heart of the city, it doesn't matter. If there's a path, we'll find it. If there's no road, we'll make our own. I'll tell you straight up, if you want to follow someone else's path, this isn't the place for you. Nobody ought to be in this to get famous. There's no TV cameras where we do our best work. Mother Nature sees what we're doing, and that's enough. I don't need to be a rock star to feel good about what I'm doing. You want stars? Come with me on a night drive in the desert, and I'll show you the biggest night sky you've ever seen. That's what I'm talking about. Now, I remember a couple years back, up in the Cascades, I hit a patch of scree and got totally turned around. And found this perfect little lake. It felt like no one had ever been there before. We race there now. It's the best thing in the world, cutting a trail like that. That's its own kind of magic. When you leave the road behind, you never know what you'll find. The thing is, you really want to understand this country, you've got to get down and dirty with it. Get on a first-name basis with Mother Nature. Ride cross-country like I did when I turned 17. You'll see, there's so much more to this place than just the cities. More than tourist traps built on parking lots. And you've got to come out here and see it all for yourself. North to south and sea to shining sea. See, it's not about money. And like I told you, it sure as hell isn't about getting your name out there. It's about being lucky enough that we get to do this every day. I mean, if you told me I could make a living at this, I'd have said you were crazy. But here we are. Maybe we're not making as much cash as some, but take a look around. Here, there's all kinds of ways to be rich. In the end, it's about what riding this way means. It's about the challenges we take on and what that says about us. You understand? It's about who we are and what we're made of. And it's about testing ourselves against the biggest and baddest things nature can throw at us. Because there's no point to taking the easy way, is there?
It's time for some of those California dreams to come true, as proven racers and ambitious newcomers battle it out in the third stop of the Live Extreme Series. It's non-stop action like you've never seen it before. From sunny California, this was the third race in the Live Extreme Series. We're mid-season, and plenty of racers are making a case for why they should be crowned head of the series. So keep following us and your favorite drivers. We'll see you at race number 4.
Welcome to our community of freestylers. I'm Sophia, and I'll be taking you on. Here, we're all about having fun. If you want in, it's easy. Get that plane, get ready to do every trick on that list in the order they're shown, and grab a barf bag while you're at it. Use the bag and you lose. Beat the score I've set and you're in. I'll show you what I can really do later, but for now, it's your turn.
I'm Emmett, and you must be the new talent Sophia was talking about. We'll see if she's as good a judge of people as she is a pilot, and a driver, and never mind. You get the picture. Now, as to what this place is about, that's tricky to describe. You see these people? They work hard and they play hard, and they somehow make ends meet. Until you can wrap your head around that, you don't belong here. But heck, Sophia vouched for you, so you've got to be good folks. She and I have got something for you down at the store, by the way. That's down here. A place where you can pick up a few other rides when you earn the scratch. But, getting one for free ought to put a smile on your face. Just remember to keep smiling when she whoops you good up there. In the meantime, I suggest you figure out what you want to do. There's no rules around here except do your best and have fun. I expect you to follow them.
They say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But we've got a race coming up there and everyone's gonna know about it. And where we're going, we won't need roads, my friend. Just canals, pools,
And a couple of kitchen sinks along the way.
Why not? This is a big deal. It's the first time anyone's raced here. A boat race in the middle of the desert. It's a crazy idea, but that's exactly why it works.
Next thing you know, they'll be racing planes on the strip.
Nah, that would never happen.
This is gonna be one heck of a race. A tricky one, too.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Narrow passages, going under piers.
Jumps, big waves.
Watching the boats racing through an actual working port. It's never been done before. The drivers will have a blast and everyone will go crazy.
You'll be saying that right up to the moment someone gets creamed by a tanker.
It won't happen. We've got right of way.
Try telling that to the law of physics.
Congratulations. You tackled that like a champ. Like a champ? You are a champ.
The best way to explain what we do is this. Our pilots are crazy good, but sometimes they act like a bunch of snot-nosed brats. The kind of people who throw a party in a seminary.
While Grumpy here is giving you his version, let me give you mine. We can do things you've never seen before because we're having fun. Give us a plane, we'll show you something fantastic.
We're all about DIY. What you want to do doesn't exist. Invent it. Then tune it, test it. And when no one is looking, bam, turn it loose.
Yeah, we need to keep the crowds and the pilots entertained. We always need to find the twist, the thing to make it last. To say to everyone, stay tuned, wait till you see what's next. Thing is, when you play the sort of games we do, all day, every day, people might think you're just a little immature.
Darling, if you don't mind my saying so, they ain't entirely wrong.
Yeah, okay, but even if I don't take myself seriously, I do things seriously. I can outfly you and outdrive you any day of the week, and then stealth prank you on the weekend.
Stealth prank? Really? That's not even a word. See what I have to put up with? But they're missing the point. We've got the big toys. Why not make a big noise? Let me give it to you straight. We cook up something new, we try it, we fail, we try again till we get it right. Want a car to be more than a car? Jack it up and see what you get. Same with a plane or a boat.
Isn't that how jet sprint got started in the US? Two guys had a few too many and decided they wanted to race boats in a parking lot. So they grabbed a shovel.
If you can find your way around a toolbox, you'll be fine. Also, hope you like taking chances. Our people, they need thrills like normal folks need oxygen. That's how wild they get out there. We're talking pure, uncut adrenaline junkies.
Of course, that's who we are. Why do something that's been done before? So safe, so boring, so... No, thank you. I'd rather push it to the limit. It's so much cooler when you pull it off.
You know those guys who think every competition has to be a fight to the death? Well, we do things a little different.
We do it right. We compete to push each other to be better than we are. In the end, I don't want to be better than you. I want to be the best. We all do. Always cheer for the winner and always try to be the person people cheer for. We've survived so far without compromising who we are, and we intend to keep it that way.
We don't want to toe the line. We want to show the world something special, something joyful.
And maybe a few explosions.
Explosions? Really? Treat the whole darn country like a playground, why don't you?
You know what? We do, and we will.
Things are about to get rocky for our racers as they take on the American Southwest for Series Stop number 4. Will the rookie, who's come out of nowhere, continue their dominance? Or will the established stars regain their shine? Get ready to find out. From the Grand Canyon, thanks to all of you for watching the live Extreme Series test the skills of the world's best racers. Keep on following us on social media, and watch out. Race number 5 is going to be a doozy.
Listen up, people. I'm looking for a driver. If you can handle yourself on the water, and in the air, and behind the wheel, obviously, though we'll come to that later, then maybe you've got what my team needs. Beat the posted time for the trial, and there'll be a spot for you. Fail, and well, I'm sure someone else will grab the opportunity. Alexis Kendrick Racing deals strictly with winners. And I'm Alexis, so I would know. That wasn't half bad. I'm looking forward to having you on the team. There's still some things you need to work on, but that's okay. I'll teach you what you need to know. It'll be hard work, but you'll see the results on the track, or the waves, or in the air. So, this is the pit. It's where the pro racing community preps. Now you can hang out here too. You belong. That's Clarence Bishop, the third. He's the reigning champ around here. Racing royalty, really. His father and grandfather were both champions too. Which helps explain his attitude. If you start winning, he won't be happy with you. Clarence is old school, doesn't think anything needs to change. A lot of drivers see things differently. Me, I think there needs to be some balance. You'll decide for yourself, I guess. Just in case you're wondering, there's a powerboat with your name on it waiting for you in the shop. Don't thank me, you've earned it. And you're gonna need it. The rest of these, you can buy later. Not that one, little grasshopper, not yet. You need to find the winner's circle a few times first.
I know I'm not usually the one saying this sort of thing, but are you sure about this race?
And I'm not the one who usually says you're worrying too much, but here we are. It's all set. Between this and the race in Vegas, we're showing off in new venues.
So we're hoping the big jump means big numbers?
That's the idea. It's a big chance we're taking trying a location like this, but we've got to do it. One thing will never change, though. Old-fashioned driving will always win. Putting a course on the East River is tricky. Between the tight checkpoints and the wakes from the competition, you can run into trouble in a New York minute. But the city loves to race, so we run here every year. Which reminds me, I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is that you've done enough to get yourself on Clarence's radar. That's also the bad news. Expect him to do whatever it takes to make sure you're not a threat.
Is that what I think it is? You know, I've got an idea. Why fly that beauty down to LA in that clunker when you could drive it? You'd be there in no time. Of course, Alexis wouldn't have to know, and we could totally trick it out with cameras and broadcast your run down the coast. Ka-ching, fuse. Come on, you know you want to. Go grab a helmet and I'll take care of the rest.
Engine idle?
Check.
Fuel gauges?
Check.
Altimeter?
Checkaroonie.
Landing gear position lights?
Checky McCheckerson.
Hero, if you're not gonna take this seriously...
Sorry, just excited for the race. I never had to tune a plane for something like this before. I mean, flying through Vegas landmarks? For reals?
For real. Like Hoover Dam, it's another new playground for us. This is what we need to modernize. The excitement, the energy, the new frontiers. But in the end, winning is still gonna take one thing. Some serious flying skills.
Skills we've got.
No risk, no reward. I guess that's one way of looking at it. You've got to evolve to stay relevant. If that means trying new venues, from downtown to 10 miles east of the middle of nowhere, then maybe that's what we gotta do. But I know it's a gamble. It won't do us any good to win new fans if we lose the old ones. Finding a balance. That's the tricky part. History is a constant process of transformation. But as we move forward, we can't ever forget where we came from. There's so much history for us to be proud of. So many great races, great drivers. That heritage makes us who we are today, and it'll inform who we'll be tomorrow, no matter what shifts. I understand taking instruction can be hard, especially when you've got a perfect ride and the open road ahead of you. But there's a method to this. Out here, you need more than talent. You need work. Perfection requires practice, and anything less than perfection won't be good enough. There are no shortcuts here, and nobody gets to the top on their own. Not me, not even you. The new blood needs the old wisdom, and the veterans need to pass on what they know. Now, if you ever call me old, I'll have you run practice laps forever. Now, nobody's gonna hold the door open for you just because you're a pro. They're more likely to shut it in your face. There are drivers out there who will do anything to win. But if the voice in your ear says cutting corners is okay, tune it out and listen to me instead. Act like a professional. Have higher standards. Respect yourself, respect the sport, and you'll get my respect too. For me, there's no such thing as just a race. You always want to be giving the fans more. A new style of racing, a new star on the rise. That would be you. A reason for them to keep watching instead of drifting away. Changing it up keeps things fresh. Just doing the same old leads one way. Straight downhill. Me? I'd rather see how high we can climb. Clarence doesn't want to fix what he thinks isn't broken. Racing's worked just fine for him as it is. He thinks we're chasing what's trendy when we should be sticking to the classics. He might have a point, but just sticking to the classics is what gets you tuned out. Tradition has value, but it can't be your whole playlist. Who we are isn't who we're going to be. We are coming from a place of pride. Where we're going is an unknown future. The only thing that's certain is this. We'll blaze our own trail instead of following someone else's. And everyone who says that we can't, well, they can just get out of our way.
We're in upstate New York for race number 5 in the Live Extreme Series, and boy, have we got a twist for you. We're gonna show you some familiar territory in a whole new way. Once again, coming to you from New York, the city that never sleeps, and who could sleep after the excitement we just witnessed? Thank you for tuning in to the Live Extreme Series Episode 5, and we'll see you one more time for the season finale. Welcome, folks, to the grand finale of the Live Extreme Series. We're here in Northern California for the most important race of the year. This is the big one, where the top drivers in Motor Nation take on their biggest rivals to see who really reigns supreme. There you have it, folks. A new champion who came from nowhere to take it all and be crowned head of Motor Nation. We took a moment to speak to those who know our champion best to get their thoughts.
He's earned it. He's dependable and trustworthy and one heck of a pilot. And he's proved that from the ground up.
I'm down with that. Though I'd vote for more up and less ground.
I deal only with winners. And winners like to deal with me. They know the secret is hard work. And they're willing to put it in to be the best. And don't think you can pull one over on me. Our champion could, but he's one of a kind.
Him? He's a fraud. And so is any racing circuit that would call him a champion. If he really wants to race, he knows where to find me.
He's done some real good for the family. And he ain't bad at racing, neither.
Can he race? Sure, but he's more than that. He's become a friend. Just look at this car if you want proof of how thoughtful and caring he is.
I've been with the champ since the beginning, when we were a couple of nobodies. But I always knew he had what it took. Skill, determination, hard work, the whole package. Now look at him. Not bad for a couple of nobodies, don't you think?
So, how does it feel to be the new champion of the Live Extreme Series and the leader of Motor Nation? Surely you must be proud of everything you've accomplished.